Hey, twin flames. I'm so excited to have you with me today. It's freezing here. Well, not literally freezing, but it's very cold. In fact, I don't know, I might have ice on my nose still. I just went outside and it's really cold. Today, I want to bring you a twin flame reading, okay? So that we can look into the energies of divine masculine and divine feminine, all right? And bring it all together, okay? So instead of just watching the video and going, okay, well, yeah, that's where my counterpart's at, we're going to, delve into what we can do about it, because we need to have answers. Because without, the knowledge, we can't move forward. And then you can feel stagnant in the journey. So straight out of the bat, which just flew out of the deck, straight off the bat, out of the bat, off the bat. I don't know, my nose is too cold. I can't concentrate. I've got the heater on right here. So I'll just, as I warm up, hopefully the messages will come through. Divine Masculine's working on his money at the moment, and he's showing up as the King of Pentacles, so that's really beautiful energy. All right, beautiful energy. So I'm just going to draw Divine Feminine, okay? And I think what we'll do is, just to make it easier, is we'll go into the thinking, feeling and action space, but I'll go divine feminine masculine, divine feminine masculine, divine feminine masculine, so then we can kind of see where they're at in those places. Divine feminine, you are showing up as the Three of Wands in reverse. So in the recent past, perhaps you've been working on making good business deals, or feeling as though opportunities are being presented to you. There's this feeling of opportunities coming your way. Okay, so that's really good. All right, so what are you thinking, Divine Feminine? We have 2 4s here. On the bottom of the deck, we've got 9 of Cups. Okay, so this is you feeling as though, you're ready for your wish to come true. Okay, you feel pleasure of some kind and happiness, but it's more of a longing. I feel like it's a longing energy. I feel like you're longing to feel this. It's like you want to meet new people, you want to communicate with people, you want to have pleasure and happiness, especially with relation to the twin flame journey and in your general life. So we have the 4 of Pentacles next to the 4 of Swords for you here. And then we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. So I can see that you're thinking a lot about your counterpart here. You miss them. I feel like you miss them. And I feel like for some of you, you're overthinking. Okay? And you're holding on to this feeling of, you want to make your money, but you're finding it difficult to concentrate on work, whatever that may be for you. If you're a mother, you may work from, you may not actually earn any money. That's work too, you know what I mean? But you just, it's like you want to concentrate on your day-to-day stuff, but the twin flame journey kind of gets in the way of it. Because you're ready for the wish, you know what I mean? You're ready for it to happen. And so you think about it a lot. And then you can find yourself daydreaming. With 2 4s here, you're thinking about stability. You want this to be a stable thing. You want this to be a stable thing. So let's see what Divine Masculine's thinking about now. He's taking some time to contemplate here. He has been taking a lot of time. Emotional time. It's funny because this is showing up in the thinking space. And yet You know, the thinking space is normally for logical thought, but in his thinking space there are emotions, which is very interesting. Okay. So divine masculine, you know, it's like he's cracking through the eggshell, coming into his emotions here, even in the thinking space, which is normally the logical place. Oh, I just need this warm cocoa for a minute. Hang on. I'm just warming my hands on it. Next video, you'll see me with gloves and a beanie. And, you know, I might be able to even put on a Russian accent or something. Maybe not. It's cold in Russia, yeah? Okay. Okay. Actually, my name is Russian. Natasha is a Russian name, so it might work. It might work. Me and Harry could come up with something maybe for the next video. All right, in his thinking space, there's this truth and this knowledge that he's been gaining. You know, while he's been away from you or not talking to you as much, he's been getting a lot of knowledge here. You know, thinking about perhaps even doing study, thinking about what he wants to do and what he wants to do with you. There's, you know, you're showing up as the high priestess. Okay. But there are some toxic things here. We have the devil card here. And for some divine masculines, they're chained within this karmic cycle to people, places, and situations. It might be a job. It might be to a karmic partner. And it might be to family as well. Okay, so they're thinking a lot about how they're chained to these karmic things at the moment. But when they're on their own, they're thinking and gaining clarity and knowledge, perhaps about the twin flame journey, perhaps about you, and perhaps about, you know, just general study kind of stuff. The high priestess for me in this particular reading, you know, really feels like they're studying something or learning about something that means something to them. Okay. So you know how people research, I don't know, ancient aliens or religion or just history in general. I'm feeling that kind of, you know, that kind of feeling. You know, they're reading, perhaps even, you know, spiritual texts. They might be reading, you know, the Bible or the Quran, or, you know, they might be delving into their spirituality more. If they're not religious, it might be a spiritual practice. Okay, so what is divine feminine feeling? Divine feminine's thinking a lot about this connection. Divine masculine is too, but he's got some karmic influences in the way. A lot of contemplation going on for him. A lot of longing feeling coming from divine feminine. She feels like she's longing for him. I feel it. You know, it's deep in her core. It's as if she's longing for him. She misses him. Feeling. Okay. Feeling. This is very confusing here because on the bottom of the deck we have literally the confusion card. I don't know what to do emotionally. I don't know what to do anymore, kind of thing. But Spirit is saying, you know, it's the end of hard times. It's, you know, you don't need to be in that energy. It's like Spirit are coming through now and saying, you know, success is going to come your way. Just keep your eyes on the prize, if you like. You know, keep your eyes forward. You know, if you were baking a cake, let's say, you would be concentrating on the recipe and just, you know, making sure that you fulfilled the requirements needed to bake the cake. And, you know, you'd set the timer on the oven. And this is kind of what Spirit's saying now. You know, just keep going. Even though you can't see anything manifesting in the physical world, or if you can't see anything manifesting in your physical reality, keep your, you know, this is in your feeling space now. So you need to feel as happy as you can, regardless of what's showing up outside of you, because that's how you attract things. All right. So it's like you want justice. You're feeling as though you want justice. You're feeling as though you're wanting justice. For some of you, you're quite pissed off that your divine masculine's not coming in. And for others of you, you're quite happy regardless of whether he's coming in or not. And this is what energy you want to be in. If he's not calling, if he's not texting, if he's not replying to you, he's in this contemplation mode. Ooh, and perhaps not communicating. That just came up with it. That's a synchronicity there, all right? So just know that he's deep in thought right now, you know, and this has nothing to do with you necessarily. It's just a stage, a phase that he's going through. So I know for some of you, you feel like you want justice. You know, when is he coming in? You know, for goodness sake, it's been so long and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. But I want you to understand that if you're in that waiting energy, then you'll be left waiting. Come out of the waiting energy. Come out of the waiting energy and into this. Well, you know what? It's a sunny day today. I'm going to, I don't know, plant some things in my garden. I'm going to call that friend that I haven't caught up with for a while. I'm going to write in my journal. I'm going to, I don't know, focus on your mission, whatever that might be for you if you've got a mission, you know, with regards to your light work. All right. So some of you are feeling quite pissed off. Some of you are also stuck in a partnership or a marriage that you don't want to be in with a person that is not your twin flame. I'm getting a lot of psychic messages coming through today. So I'm hoping that some of these resonate for you. Wow. Okay. Divine masculine, how is he feeling? Strange. Can I write horny on the front of that card? He might be thinking of you. He might be feeling you when he's alone in his private time. Divine feminine. Now it's getting hot in here. Before my nose was freezing and Harry's winking at me. He's over there. He's studying at the moment. He's been meditating, trying to bring his twin flame in. All right. So he's feeling horny. In the recent past, he was burdened because there was drama going on. Some drama going on. He had to speak to a few people and perhaps he might have raised his voice. Perhaps he might have got a little bit angry. Had to put his foot down in some situation. Okay, I'm feeling this is in a home environment. He had to just put his foot down and say, listen here, that's not on. Stop it. All right. When he's alone, he's very much thinking of his divine feminine. Okay, he's doing the whole hubba. I don't know. I'm not cool. I'm not cool, so I don't know what all these new words would be. Action space for the divine feminine. Let's see. She too is looking at the communication, perhaps the text messages, perhaps the pictures of divine masculine. She's very eager to learn more about him. Very eager to learn more about him. He's coming in. It's so cute. I love this. This is like probably my favorite card in the deck. Because for me, that wand there represents the phallic symbol. And even his horse is kind of like a stallion, Let's go get her. He's got his heels. If you can see, his heels are dug in. And he's determined, He's thinking, how do I get this armor off quick enough? It's a beautiful energy. It's a really happy kind of sexy energy. For some of you, your divine masculines have dark hair And some of you think a little bit in your mind that your divine masculines are kind of quick-witted and very intelligent people, and that they are good at turning situations to suit themselves. So be careful how you perceive your divine masculine to be, because the law of attraction states that what we think about, our thought plus our action, is what we create. So if you want to think about your divine masculine, think about them in a loving way, in a positive way, and then they're far more likely to come into you in a positive way. If you're thinking they never text, they never call, they're never here, you're actually manifesting that in your reality. Okay, so this is, perhaps something I need to talk about more in the twin flame journey, is how you attract your twin in. If you have negative thoughts about anything, you will bring a negative connotation to it. So, if you love your divine masculine, even if he's being a little bit of a pain in the butt, I don't know what other words I can use for that, but you know what I mean. Even if you're pissed off with him, don't think of him in a bad light, and don't be judgmental of him, because at the end of the day, we're all human and we all make mistakes. And a lot of divine masculines have had a really difficult time trying to come out of their distorted energy and into their divine energy, as have divine feminine. So what are you doing, divine feminine? You're contemplating everything here with the moon. Some of you have got secrets as well that you're not sharing with your divine masculine. Some of you haven't told your divine masculine everything that you should tell them. You haven't come clean about certain things. Perhaps they don't know more intimate details about you that they should know before you come into a relationship. So have a think about that, divine feminine. That won't resonate for all of you. This Seven of Pentacles is here. So you are working towards some goals here with regards to work or resources. Perhaps some of you are mothers and taking care of children. We have the Page of Cups here. This is also denoting to me that you want your divine masculine to come in either with an apology or with a love offer. A lot of you have got this longing energy. I can feel this longing energy with the moon here. You long for them. But I want to ask you now, if they came in tomorrow, if they literally came to your door tomorrow and knocked on your door, would you be ready? Emotionally, would you be financially, would you be ready? Finances can always be worked on, but, would you be in a place where you would be happy enough with yourself for your divine masculine to come in, with a bunch of flowers and say, let's get married? Are you ready for that? And if not, what do you need to do to get yourself ready for that? And if you don't believe in marriage, but you still want union, what does that mean for you? How do you need to get ready for your divine masculine to come in? This is what Spirit's saying now. Some of you have been manipulative within the twin flame journey. Some of you are being, and I mean no disrespect to anyone, this is not for everyone, but some of you are being a little bit deceptive, wearing a mask in the twin flame journey, and then when you go back to your everyday life, you're not being as sweet and kind and loving as you are with your divine masculine. So if you're not doing this, because, we all get tired and hungry and pissed off and all of that, right? If you're not doing this, if you're not wearing the same face with your divine masculine as you are in your actual physical world, right? Why aren't you doing that? Okay, you need to be genuine as a twin flame. You need to be genuine with your divine masculine and in your everyday life, whether that's at work. For some of you, I'm feeling it's work. You're going to work and you're, putting on this facade that you're, I don't know, for some reason this alpha woman is coming in. I don't know. I'm getting told to say, Well, how come the reports aren't ready, Charlie? They should have been ready, last week. Why aren't they on my desk? It's this alpha kind of pushy, kind of masculine, distorted masculine energy. Okay, so the twin flame journey is about coming into unconditional love with everything around you, including family members, including work colleagues, including, the people, places and situations around you. So if you're not doing that, if you're doing that with your divine masculine, saying, oh, hey, sweetie, how are you? And, did you have a good day at work? And then you're going, back, say that was on a message, and then you're going back into your real life and being dominating and mean and, pissed off and angry and, all of those lower vibrational emotions. You need to step up a notch and stop that. You need to come into unconditional love, not only for yourself, but with the people around you. And if there are people around you that you don't like to be around, then don't be around them. If you're in a job that you dislike, you can still be kind to people anyway. Okay, you can still be loving to people anyway, all right? Usually when people get pissed off and annoyed and angry, it's because there's something inside of them that needs to be released. Okay, it's not because they're nasty people in general. It's because they actually need help. They're living in fear, or they're feeling overwhelmed. Okay, so if you need help, please reach out to me. This isn't a message for everyone today, that particular part. But there are some secrets that some of you are holding from your divine masculine. You can't come across to your divine masculine and be a sweetie pie and say, oh, I'm unconditionally loving and, hey, beautiful, how are you? And then go back into your normal life and be, angry and pissed off and, I don't know, forthright and, I mean, it's all right to be assertive, but it's not all right to treat people like crap. Okay? Because if you're treating other people like crap, it means that you feel like crap. That's what it means. So now divine masculine in his action space, we literally had, half the deck flow out. The other thing too is if you're in a distorted energy of any kind in these lower vibrational emotions, your divine masculine will pick up on it and he'll stay away from you because he doesn't want drama. That's something that's been coming through in a lot of, personal readings and a lot of, in general. The divine masculine just doesn't want drama. He's been there, done that, got the postcard. He's had enough of drama in his everyday life. And on the bottom of the deck, he wishes for this. For a long time, he wishes for the Ten of Cups to be emotionally fulfilled. And there's the celebration. He wants to celebrate in emotional love. All right. So if you're coming, and like I say, this isn't a message for everyone, but if you are coming to him and you're being sweet and loving and kind and unconditionally loving, and you're not doing this in your everyday normal life, then I suggest you take a good hard look in the mirror and say, why not? Is it because you're not happy in some way? And how do you go from that place of being unhappy to being happy? And if you need to contact me and do my ascension package to do this, I would invite you to do it. I also, some people commented on my YouTube videos about winning the ascension package, and I ended up giving it away to 2 people, but they haven't emailed me yet. So if that was you, please contact me on my email because you both won. There's two who won the ascension package. Just quickly, if you're listening to this video. I can't remember the names. So if you wrote a comment on YouTube, just go into your YouTube notifications and see that you'll have a comment back from me, that I replied. All right? Good. Action space, divine masculine. He was feeling burdened, and this was causing, not only physical exhaustion, but mental exhaustion. I'm feeling this is work related. And then he took a little break and said, you know what, I just need to chill a little bit because I'm a little bit maybe all this money doesn't matter. Maybe all these resources don't really, really, really matter if I'm feeling that exhausted. And so now he's trying to come into this beautiful energy of, I feel good, I feel happy. Where are the rainbows? Where are the unicorns? There's my dog. I don't need to pack much. Let's just go for a walk in the sunshine, He's really trying to be happy from within inside himself. He gained the strength and he gained this healing that he needed. Okay. But he's still a bit confused emotionally in the action space. He's still a bit confused about how do I offer I was going to say, how do I offer my penis? This is a penis here. I don't know. Do I need to put 18 plus on the video because I said penis? I hope not. You know what I mean? This isn't just someone who wants to offer their penis, right? And if you're a different gender, take it how it resonates. Of course, divine masculine energy can be in a female and vice versa, all right? So, but he doesn't just want to offer him his body, okay? He wants to offer an innocent and loving, his heart. This is what I'm getting. His heart. He wants to offer his heart as well. And for some of you, you will get communication very soon, if you're not already. Because I can feel like he's thinking about, how do I offer this? For some of you, there are third-party situations, people, places, and situations in the way. Okay, if you want your divine masculine to open his heart space to you, then open your heart space to others, not just your divine masculine. All right, because when you come into unconditional love with the people, places, and situations around you, then your divine masculine will feel this love and be attracted into you. Okay. Now, there's some specific messages here that fell out of the deck at the get-go before I even started the reading. So this is for some of you who need this message today. The first one is from the Angels in Action card. Okay. You can see the love of angels reflected in the faces of sleeping children. There is a theory that many children being born now are old souls with highly developed spiritual skills. These very special children will remind us of long-forgotten healing techniques, psychic awareness, and immeasurable compassion. In this story, a young mother became very worried by her 5-year-old son's obsession with wanting to be left on his own with a new baby, her new baby. She quietly stood outside of the bedroom door and allowed him to put his little sister into her crib. She was slightly fearful, but she closed the door when he asked her to go away, but she still remained there, listening and ready to run into the bedroom. Tears rolled down her cheeks when, to her surprise, he kissed his little sister and said, "Please help me to remember what it was like. I've forgotten already." So that will resonate with some of you. The other one was from the Angelic Being card here. I feel like for someone, this is a message from someone in spirit to you. I feel like this is a past loved one trying to come through in this reading. The quote at the top says, "I have been on the verge of being an angel all of my life, but it has never happened yet." Mark Twain. When you start to work with the angels, you won't suddenly become a different person. You won't become unrecognizable, looking 10 years younger or even 20 pounds lighter. And all your worries will not miraculously fade away, but you will have the same personality traits and probably the same aches and pains too. By inviting the angels into your life, you simply allow yourself to connect with your real self. This reminds you of who you really are, and it will enable you to open your heart to connect with your soul, your higher self, your intuition, and your companion angels. Working with angels is not fluffy, happy, clappy, or feel-good stuff. Far from it. In fact, you will become stronger, more focused, more confident, compassionate, self-reliant, connected, centered, and even authentic. The changes are not necessarily physical, or are they? Okay. So that's a message from someone. I feel this is someone here in spirit coming to you now. Someone, a past loved one, trying to connect with you and tell you this message. For the divine feminine, we have, I envision more and act less. As you take the time to find images in your mind that are pleasing, you will more often achieve vibrational alignment with all the things that you desire. And from that alignment, you will experience more inspired ideas and assistance from others. Inspired action is very satisfying and extremely productive. This blue here and green can represent the throat chakra and the heart chakra. Okay, come into your heart space. Speak your truth, but do it in a heart-centered way. Okay, don't be belligerent. Don't be forceful. Don't act without unconditional love. The world needs people who are unconditionally loving at this time. The measure of my success is my joy. This is for the divine masculine today. The amount of joy you have allowed yourself to experience is the greatest indicator of your allowance of energy and success. Whenever you are feeling good, you are an enormous successful contributor. So he needs to come into this feeling space of feeling good, and that's what he has been doing. Divine masculine has been contemplating things, working on himself, realizing that too much work brings stress. He's doing a great job at the moment, divine feminine. He's trying to even get away from toxic behaviors. Okay. Alrighty. So we have messages from divine feminine soul to the divine masculine. Do you dream about me? I feel like I could pinch myself. There's this longing energy here from divine feminine. The way you express yourself makes me feel inferior, she says to him. Okay. For some of you, your divine masculines aren't coming in, and that can make you feel inferior, definitely. You are the most beautiful person, and my body longs for you. Here we have the longing energy again coming through. Divine masculine, divine feminine, sorry, you need to stop longing. You need to stop longing and come into being who you are. You need to breathe. You need to take some deep breaths, and you need to focus on your joy. Divine masculine soul to divine feminine. Could you send me healing when you meditate or pray, please? Thank you. So he's feeling like he needs to be supported, energetically supported. I love you so much, I want to cry. Wow, this is what the contemplation brings for him. Remember we had Mr. Sexy Knight before. I fantasize about your curves a little too much. So there he is thinking of you. Even if he's not coming in, he's thinking of you a lot. I want you to call me an intimate name, he says. Something sexy. See? Mr. Sexy time here. He says, I love it when you wear yellow because you light up my life. So that's a cheesy one from Divine Masculine now. We're going to do love messages, and then I'm going to let you all go because I know I've been a little bit over time today. Wow, we've got so many messages here. Divine Masculine is really talkative at the moment. He may come in and speak to you soon. Divine Feminine says, when I look into your eyes, I know I have found the mirror of my own soul. She also says, I feel like I'm waiting for something that isn't going to happen. Come out of the waiting energy. Stop waiting. If you remain waiting, you'll be left waiting. She also says, I'm afraid of rejection. And for those in separation, she says it's so hard not talking to you. That's the hardest thing for divine feminine. If you're a divine masculine listening, waiting and waiting and waiting for you to come in is really difficult. It's lonely. It's very lonely for divine feminine. Wow, here's a synchronicity. Remember, he says, I love it when you wear yellow because you light up my life. Now this card says, you are the glow that lights up my life. Very beautiful. He also says, I'm addicted to the way when I feel when I'm thinking about you. Mr. Sexy Knight coming through again. This is important, divine feminine, here. Please don't doubt my love for you. It's the only thing I'm sure of. The only thing I'm sure of. His contemplation has brought him to this. I don't care how hard being together is. Nothing is worse than being apart. I can't stop thinking about you. You are on my mind 24/7. And what a great way to end the reading. So divine feminine, your tools are to come into this loving space. Love everyone around you. And if they're not treating you right, have boundaries and walk away rather than argue with them. Okay? At the moment, the divine masculine can sense any drama energy, and because he's had enough drama within his own life, he will run a mile the other way. This is a very big theme at the moment. Divine masculine doesn't want to live with any kind of drama. He wants to be